Now we're doing the same thing we were doing just a minute ago. It's just this time our original f of x is a rational function. So I'm going to let you copy that down. All right. Let me again tell you, I will know if you did not listen or pay attention to the notes if you ask me this question. The comma and the information that follows, again, is not mathematical. It is information. And it's information that a mathematician thinks is very important. They want you to know that x is not equal to 4 in this situation. And the reason they're telling us that is because if x were 4, then this function wouldn't exist. Because if I put 4 right here, 4 minus 4 is 0, and you can't divide by 0. So they're telling us, hey, we know that that would happen if we put 4 here, so this one isn't going to have x equal to 4. X can be anything but 4. That is just for information's sake. You don't have to do anything with it. So the reason I'm telling you is so when you see it on MyLabs Plus, you see this x doesn't equal 4, don't worry. You don't even have to worry. Look at it. It doesn't apply to you at all. It is just the mathematician's way of saying we know that that would cause this to cease to exist. All right, so we're going to follow the same steps that we were following a minute ago. So I'm going to replace f of x with y, first of all. So I've got y equals 2x plus 3 over x minus 4. Now, my steps say I'm going to take x and y and swap their places. Now, this one's a little bit different because I have two x's. That's okay. You're going to replace both of those x's with y. So that's going to give me x equals 2y plus 3 over y minus 4. All right, and that makes this just a little bit more difficult than the ones we were doing before because now I have two y's. All right, well, we need to get, before we can get the y's by themselves, we need to get them together. So the first thing I'm going to do, now that I have this set up, is what's called clearing the fraction, or if you want to look at it like this, all whole numbers, x is a whole number, are understood to be over a 1. I'm going to cross multiply this so that I don't have fractions anymore, so that everything's all on one line, because that makes my life a lot easier. So I end up with 1 times 2y plus 3 equals x times y minus 4. Now let's just go ahead and simplify this stuff out. So 1 times anything is itself. So over here I just have 2y plus 3. Over here I'm going to distribute x. So I have xy minus 4x. Now I need to get all of my x's together. So I've got a 2y, my y's together, I'm sorry, because I'm trying to solve for the new y. So I've got 2y and I have xy. So I want to move my xy over to be with my 2y. So I'm going to take this over here. So I have 2y, not plus, because it's positive on the right-hand side, it'll be negative on the left-hand side. So 2y minus xy. I'm going to take my plus 3 and move it over here. That equals negative 3 minus 4x. Okay, so now I have what appears to be maybe a little bit of a problem. 2y and negative xy cannot be added together. They're not like terms. So how am I going to get y by itself if I can't combine them into one y? Well, what you're going to do is look at this and factor it. What is the greatest common factor between 2y and negative xy? Really, what's the only thing they have in common? The only thing they have in common in this situation is y. So I'm going to factor y out. So if I divide a y out of 2y, it leaves me 2. And if I divide a y out of negative xy, it leaves me minus x. That equals negative 3 minus 4x. And now remember, I'm just trying to get y by itself. Just need to get this alone. I need to get rid of this 2 minus x, and it's there by multiplication. So to get rid of something there by multiplication, you divide. So I'm going to divide by 2 minus x. If I divide the left side by 2 minus x, I have to divide the right side by 2 minus x. On the left, it cancels out, leaving me just y. On the right, I end up with this rational, negative 3 minus 4x, 2 minus x. Now, if you think about what a rational function looks like, a rational expression or a rational function is a function, and if you think about it, this is still a rational. So it went from being a rational to being another rational. So they are one-to-one functions. So I can put my one-to-one function notation in. So f to the negative 1 of x, that means this is the inverse, is negative 3 minus 4x over 2 minus x. And that's it.